I be? I kissed her and she kissed me. Like the fella once said, ain't that a kick in the head?
Hello everybody, I am the Lightning Turk and welcome back to another Supremacy 1914 roleplay. My god, that only took 7 seconds for me to explain. That was a lot of words. Anyways, today's roleplay is the Fallout roleplay. I apologize for not having the first video up because of encoding problems and the general update to Windows 10. My Fraps software has just been bad. It's just not worked at all, so I had to install a new video recording software. I thank Sovereign for that. Thank you so much, Sov. You allowed a lot of things to get better. In any case, you're here with me with Glorious Java. Glorious Java. And we're gonna be doing a Skype call. So yeah, I've sped up my PC. Not my PC, what am I saying? My laptop. My laptop is fast now, like it works. And yeah, we're gonna do our Skype call. Woo! Alright. This always takes a while. Oh, I should have skipped past it. In any case. Hello! Oh, okay.
Hi.
Hey.
Hello.
How goes it?
I'm alright. Oh, I'm Larmoth.
Alright,
Hey.
cool. Hey, Larmoth.
Yeah.
And is anybody else gonna answer? Or is that it? Because I have Jake coughing to himself in the background. And then Larmoth, and then that's it. Nobody else?
Yeah. They're probably all doing shit, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, Kaiser's in.
I should have picked an earlier time. Yeah.
Oh, there's Hose.
Hey there.
So,
How are you?
I'm alright.
What do we do?
I don't know.
Crap. Quickly. We do something.
What's the topic of the video?
The topic of the video, as always, well, not really as always, from now on, is Fallout. So, just, you know, let's just talk about our nations.
Well,
and
this
stuff
is...
like that.
Yeah, let's do. Alright, so first off, we gotta pay our respects to Xinjiang, the Chinese AI that fended off 2 players and completely destroyed 120,000 units from both players, and only lost 80,000 in the process.
Jesus.
And for the first time after 5 days of fighting, it's finally started to lose ground. So respects to Xinjiang, hashtag Chinese rule.
Yeah, hashtag China. Hashtag Chinese
Wow.
Federation. Hashtag, take over the world.
What the hell?
Well, I'm just waiting for the complete instability and power void that Xinjiang has created in Central Asia, because right now the Persian Empire has absolutely no competitors. Because Umar said he's gonna leave as Pakistan. I don't know why. He was very excited to be able to attack people, but because
I think he said something about personal reasons, like,
Yeah, he said
tensions or personal reasons or whatever it was.
It's because he's in college now. He's a college boy like me.
Yay.
Yeah.
So
I think he just has classes and stuff.
I'm in college as well, and while I'm studying, I'm doing this, so I can handle it. I don't know what the problem is.
Yeah, same. I make videos for a living.
I am smart enough, I think, I hope. So Persia now pretty much has free way to absolutely gobble up all of Central Asia and form up, like, you know, the Timurids in the Europa Universalis 4 just gobble up all of Central Asia and the Middle East without any sort of competition.
Well, damn, alright. Well, Cisco's in the way. I mean, the... What is he supposed to be called? The Anatolian Confederation is in the way.
Yeah, but the Anatolian Confederation is going to concentrate on kicking the Germans out of Serbia.
Well, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, my God, a lot has happened. Alright, we should probably do, like, a recap, but I know nothing about Fallout and the whole thing.
Yeah, we're not the only nations following the Fallout lore are so far China and the United States, and everyone outside of the United States just doesn't follow the lore. So
there isn't really
Uh,
lore for anyone else apart from American countries and China. Like even China doesn't really have lore to go by. Like Fallout is basically just US. The rest of the world, who the fuck knows? There's
Yeah. Damn.
like yeah.
well,
no idea.
shit. What the hell do we do? Then, in any case, how are your countries doing individually?
Fine.
I mean, like, what country are you? How are you doing economically? Do you need help?
Lara's not in the game.
I'm
He's
the
just like,
Republic
"We're
of Dave.
dead."
I am the Republic of Dave. We're
Oh, those give me those
Sorry.
videos.
sorry.
I'm gonna talk over him
Yep.
because I'm gonna assume authority over the situation.
Hey, we claim rightful dominion over all of America. We currently occupy about 40 square meters of Washington.
In his own garage.
Population of 9.
You really went with that? I thought it was supposed to be like 5 and a goat.
They multiply. The goat was
Yeah.
pregnant.
Oh my god.
Yep. Our army is about 3 people, including me, I think. So
Wait,
So-
seriously though, which country are you? I'm confused.
that's
He isn't in the game,
He's
George.
not in the.
He's
What
here.
the hell is he doing in this video? I didn't even know.
Oh,
I thought he was in the game.
No,
He told me
he's-
like 8 times. He's like, I was in the game.
Yep.
Wow. All
he
right.
just
Updated.
guest logs in,
I swear to God.
and he compliments whatever nonsense Franco can't do when he's offline. That's his purpose in life.
Republic. Hey, I came before Franco.
Okay, so I'm gonna help you out here, Turk, because I've heard that you've been very busy, and I unfortunately haven't been very busy, so I have this thing turned on most of the day,
Mhm.
and I check it when I can.
You know what has been going on? I'm not good with this first because I have finals coming up. I've just been studying shit.
So do I, but I still manage.
Yeah,
Still
you're
pass.
no. The difference is you work. Like you're smart. Like your brain works. I don't. I'm stupid. I'm just good at this.
So in the United States, we have several factions. Starting from the north to the south, we have the Baffin Islands, which are Viking raiders of some sort. They haven't really posted that much information, but apparently they're just working for this bigger faction that's around it. That's the Red Sun Empire. Now the Red Sun is Greenland. What's this? Canada. And I think probably British Canada is planning on joining them. And the Republic of the Red Sun, the Empire of the Red Sun is just this zealot empire that praises the sun because, they're all in the north. They don't see the sun ever. So whenever they see it, they just lie on the ground and they start staring at the sun, hoping that the enlightenment can shine through their eyes, burn them, and they can become smarter. Now, the thing is, they're zealots. And they're out to the world to try to convert everyone they can. So they're basically a weaponized Spanish Inquisition that loves that just has the sun as the god, and they're willing to fight anyone and everyone to spread their religion, especially mutants. They especially hate mutants, which is unfortunate because I'm a mutant.
Right. Aren't you right underneath?
Yeah, we're actually pretty much gonna go to war as soon as the player versus player
Oh wait, that's not.
is enabled. Because right now, player versus player is will be enabled in day 15. We're in day 11, so everyone has 4 days to prepare their asses and build as many mechs as they can. Because war is gonna happen. Wars are gonna happen. There's going to be a lot of bloodshed across the entire world. People are going to be trying to colonize, and people who can't colonize are probably going to be able to attack the people who are trying to colonize, and it's going to be an enormous, glorious mess. And I'm really interested to see how everything turns out. So further south of Canada, you have the mutants, the mutant army. which is the Federated States of America that spans all the way from the West Coast to Minnesota. They've taken control over most of the Mojave Desert and the Midwest Basin. They've invaded Wyoming, and now they're preparing to move east and fight the Enclave. And the United States of America, the regular United States of America, is the remnants of the Enclave and the United States government, which, if you know the lore, you know that these two, the Enclave pretty much hates everyone because they've survived within bunkers and they have extremely good technology. And they say everyone who's been irradiated by the bombs and has suffered from radiation is a mutant. And everyone who's a mutant is inferior to them, which pretty much means the rest of the world. So like the Red Sun Rebellion, they're out to get the world, except that they don't do it for religion and faith. They do it because they really think they're the superior race. So there's that.
So we'll see if they are.
That's only some cases in the Enclave, though. Like it's a hardline minority movement that believes that. Not all of them. It's primarily like President Eden that believes that, not... Majority, they just want to relive America. They're like just obsessed with the dream of America and the great America.
They want to restore. Dream. Yeah, they want to restore pre-war, Cold War America. They want to be jingoistic. They want to have a big military. They want to be able to oppress, communism and all the other isms that stand against them. And in this case, there isn't really a Russia or a political power that faces them. There's a mutant horde to the west, there's a Zealots empire to the north, and then there's Caesar's legion to the south, which has successfully taken over all of the south of the United States,
which is
and Mexico.
It's essentially like an authoritarian state.
Oh, it's
Most of the world has collapsed to authoritarian states in order to survive. I think there literally are they're the only democracy in the world is Kazakhstan.
Oh right, yeah. Hey,
and Germany. And
hey,
Germany,
what about the Chinese Federation? We just had elections. Come on.
Yeah. Chinese Federation is a republic. What happened to the communists?
It's the communists are up north in Manchuria. We've ousted them.
Oh, right. Franco's the commies. Franco's the Reds.
We'll get to Asia. I'll explain that. Don't worry. I know that side, but I have no knowledge on I've never played Fallout, but I like the RP a lot. So
is that a lot of people are putting effort into it. So further outside of the U.S., we have Mexico, which has just been colonized and annexed by both Caesar's Legion and the Brotherhood of Steel. Now, the Brotherhood of Steel has managed to secure all of the Caribbean for themselves, and are apparently working with Caesar's Legion. Now, how Caesar probably came to accepting help with the Brotherhood of Steel was probably has to do with the fact that they want to fight the Enclave. Now, the Enclave again has the best technology. I mean, in the lore, has the best technology of everyone in the world, because they're pretty much the remnants of the American government that survived through the war. Now, because Caesar's Legion doesn't have that technology, they probably allied with the Brotherhood of Steel, which is the second best technologically advanced military superpower.
Yeah.
And so they can fight the Enclave. And now I know Caesar's Legion in the lore, and they're probably going to backstab the Brotherhood of Steel as soon as they can.
Yeah.
For now, the Brotherhood of Steel is getting all the resources it needs from Caesar's Legion, so there's no immediate tension between the two. We had a player playing another remnant of the Enclave in the Enclave of the United Latin American nations, but it left and it's vacant now. So if anyone wants to take that up, you can join in as another remnant of the Enclave or make up your own stuff. The Brotherhood of Steel also sees the Panama Canal, so that makes them very important with communicating with Asia. And everything south of the Panama Canal, all of South America, is uncolonized, because South America had a ton of bombs dropped on it, and apparently it's just, until day 14, no one can touch South America. However, there is one nation in South America that's controlled by a human player, and that is Venezuela, which is Poseidon Oil. Again, another Enclave remnant. They are the largest oil company that was around during the war, and they've settled in Venezuela, toppling the original government, so that they can hold on to their facilities. Now, they're extremely rich, they're extremely powerful, but they are incredibly intolerant of everyone else in the world. They're not aggressive like the Enclave and the Empire of the Red Sun. They're more defensive. Poseidon Oil has absolutely no plans of attacking the Brotherhood of Steel. They have absolutely no plans of attacking Europe. They have absolutely no plans of anything other than trying to become the most powerful economic entity in the world. They still hold, like Larmith said, they still hold on to the ideas of the Enclave, which is to return to the American dream, and that is good company, good money, good safety. Mm-hmm. And that's their plan. So that would do it for America, and that'll really get interesting next week when player versus player is allowed. But already things in Europe are set up to be a successful catastrophe. There's a Kingdom of Spain. I am really sorry because Spain is a good role player. He posts every day, but I just don't care about their articles. I haven't read a single one of them. I'm sorry. Scotland has taken the mantle of the English government because England fell completely into anarchy, and most of the English cities formed city-states, and they tried to survive on their own. And there were mutants about in Wales. The Welsh apparently became horrible mutants, and they were trying to
the Welsh
conquer
and the English, I think.
Yeah,
and then they were just essentially all the regions up in Scandinavia and parts of the what were they called? The Solar Empire, the Sun Empire, or the Solar Empire.
The Empire of the Red Sun.
Yeah, those guys. The Empire of the Red Sun is now in Ireland. Yeah. So things are really again. This is mainly because the Empire of the Red Sun has this magnificent dream of subjugating the entire world to their religion. Now, they went for Ireland for two reasons. One, because player versus player is not enabled, otherwise they probably would have attacked another country. And another reason is because Ireland is weak, and it's up for the pickings, and weak nations get picked apart. That's the reality of Fallout. If you're weak, you get torn to pieces. Which is why, unfortunately, all major strong nations have bonded together, and whenever a war sparks, we're probably all going to get destroyed. England has been picked apart by Norway, Sweden, France, and Scotland has had the grace of sharing the English Isle with its allies so that it can properly, defend itself. It has absolutely no problem with sharing the English Isles with its allies, just as long as we protect them from the Red Sun. That's the whole ordeal. Mm-hmm. So Sweden and Norway, as kind and generous and benevolent as we are, we came to England, we beat the living shit out of the English, and we share the island gleefully with the Scottish. Now, what happened to the English? Well, we sort of mostly, enslaved and killed a lot of them, but I'm sure they're fine. That's fine. Everybody's been doing it, so it's all good.
If they were their superior race, they would have fought back. I mean, They fought back, but they fought like whips, so it doesn't matter. Scandinavia is a mess. Most of the players here have vowed for returning to some form of modern feudalism. There's a lot of tension between all the countries, even though we're all allied. There's tensions between each other because most want to pick apart other countries. We want to go out and attack people, but at the same time, we're scared that when one leaves their country alone, the other guy's just going to stay home and invade you.
So the backstabbery is very real.
The backstabbery here is very real. So to counter the Scandinavians, the European nations, which are the Russian Federation, which is the White Ruthenian Republic, and they're the military remnants of the Soviet Union, and they've actually completely tossed aside communism, and they're trying to become a democracy, but they're still a totalitarian military state. They're like, well, we want to be a democracy, but not right now. The Germany is sort of a republic. Its name is the New German Republic, but again, totalitarianism is the only way to go in Fallout. So, there's a military supremacy in Germany. So the people with guns have power, and I mean, you can vote for your favorite guy with a gun, but you still can only vote for guys with guns. There's no such there. People who farm, people who build, people who teach, they don't really have much power way of saying in politics in Germany. And it's more or less the same ordeal in France, which France is the military French Legion.
So it's all military based in Europe. What is Italy?
Italy is led by the Pope. Oh. And like the Red Sun, they hate everyone and who's not Catholic. Then they try to hold on to Catholicism. But they're not militant about it. Like, they understand that praying to God will not really bring food about, so they're cooperating as best as they can with the other European nations, and they're still very intolerant of mutants. But they're not Red Sun Empire level of intolerance. There is no one in Austria-Hungary. That's up for grabs if anyone wants to join us that. There's no one in communist Russia, which is a shame because there is in the lore the Soviet Union survived. Like there was still a Soviet Union. It's just that China became much stronger than the Soviet Union in the 21st century of Fallout. The Soviet Union survived its 1991 economic crisis, but in this RP, the guy we had playing as Soviet Russia left, so we have no Soviet Russia, and that's a real shame because if people don't grab Soviet Russia now, we're probably going to lose it.
But isn't there another Soviet nation right above Russia? Like,
it's the communist Russia. It's that light blue Russia. We could use a player for that.
No, yeah. I mean, like, in addition to that, what about Russian Archangel?
Russia Archangel is China's military expedition to the Soviet Union to try to help the Soviet Union survive throughout the war. But as it ended up, the Chinese ended up taking over the vaults. And they let the Russians die outside, and so the Chinese populate Russian Archangel.
Of course.
But they're communists, and the funniest thing is that they're led by Vladimir Lenin the 12th. So what is this? The Chinese came here to Russian Archangel, and they cooperated with Soviet scientists to try to clone Lenin. So the leader of Russian Archangel is Vladimir Lenin the 12th, the 12th clone, their 12th try.
That sounds like something that would happen in Fallout, actually.
And that is awesome.
I like
that. That is awesome. I want to give props for originality for Russian Archangel for coming up with that. That is absolutely amazing. And it's funny as hell that the Chinese soldiers came and they kicked out all the Russian citizens they were supposed to protect out of the vaults, and they stayed in there with their clothes of Lenin. and they're Joseph Stalin shaped robots. Other factions in Russia, we have we have two pretender Russian empires. That's another fun thing. We have the Russian Empire of the West, which is the actual Russian Empire in the game, which sadly hasn't done much in the ways of diplomacy, hasn't done much in the way of building up armies, hasn't done much in the way of building up anything. I'm pretty sure that if they don't get their gear going, if they don't get role playing, if they don't get actively being either good diplomats or they get building good units, they're gonna get crushed. That's the reality.
Yep.
And the Eastern Russian Empire is far stronger. They've actually, Turk, I want you to talk about them because I have very little clue of what the Russian Empire has done in China. And let me just finish up with Russia, and you can go. And the last faction is Russian Siberia, which I think is it's another totalitarian state led by the remnants of the Russian military, like White Ruthenia. Except that they're not as jingoistic, and they got their asses kicked by Xinjiang, so Xinjiang, props to Xinjiang.
Yeah, and then there's Russian Kazakhstan, which is just the Republic of Kazakhstan.
Yeah, it's just Kazakhstan, which is a nation that did not get bombed.
Interestingly enough, throughout the whole ordeal, for the world getting bombed, nothing happened to Kazakhstan.
Yeah.
It's still
So
alive. That is now
Kazakhstan-
lore. That is new lore.
That is
That's
new
all
lore,
it's for.
and even though it's a bit out there, I still like it. I still like. Well, Kazakhstan should be then this enormous superpower that holds on to civilization. It still has its universities untouched. It still has its hospitals untouched.
I don't think they have hospitals in the first place.
I don't think they have hospitals in the first place. In any case,
Man, they have their hospital. I mean, I can
Well,
say
they
that
have-
singular, right? There's probably one in there.
Yeah,
all
one
right,
in the
so
capital.
I'll just do, I guess, the rest of Asia then, starting from the Ottoman Empire. So it's not the Ottoman Empire, obviously. So after the bombs fell, the Turkish government completely collapsed, with minorities in Armenia, Kurdistan, and essentially Bulgaria, I could say, forming a new confederation called the Anatolian Confederation. And now these guys are an independent state, basically living off the remnants of the Ottoman Empire and the Turkish ethnic minority that is their slaves. God, I hate saying that. I really want to kill him. Cisco, I swear to God. All right.
Armenians commit genocide on the Turkish
I'm
population.
gonna kill him. All right. Moving further south, we have the Kingdom of Hejaz, which is the Republic of God. An interesting religious faction, another authoritarian theocracy, I could say. Moving on to Arabia. I have no idea what Arabia is.
No, it's inactive.
It's inactive? Alright then, if you're interested, join us Arabia. Persia. What the hell is Persia?
Persia is basically Warhammer. Is Warhammer adapted to Fallout?
Yep.
It's Warhammer with Terminator adapted to Fallout. So what the hell happened here? So Iran managed to get a fantastic nuclear program running, which is scary as hell, but it managed to do it. And it was on its way to becoming a superpower. It was selling nuclear weapons. It had a lot of oil power, and just like it was competing with, it was even managing to compete with Poseidon Oil. And so right now, back then they had a lot of economic power and sway. So they pretty much juggled politics between the United States, Russia, and China in order to become technologically advanced. And so they created robots that have feelings, and they could cry and they could feel when other robots die. And then there was a robot rebellion, and Iran lost a lot of population to that. And then the bombs dropped on Iran because people saw that Iran was extremely weak, and people started to attack Iran. Iran tried to fight back. It successfully sort of failed, and then the whole war went to shit. And so people in Iran abandoned their faith in Shiite. They abandoned the entirety of the Iranian culture, and they embraced their leader, the emperor. And so the emperor, who's this really, really smart and conniving genius, he just managed to control both robots and people. He can sway people with his words, and he can control robots because he's a very good engineer. He has absolute power over the entire empire of Persia, his own personal empire.
Spoiler warning, he's actually a robot.
Maybe.
Could be.
He hasn't really revealed that, or I haven't heard him reveal that. And Persia, right now, again, still has control over the last remaining oil fields in Asia, the actual legitimate oil fields, and still has working nuclear plants. And they have pretty much a monopoly on Western oil because we do not have an Arabia, and because Poseidon Oil does not want to trade its oil. So all of the oil in the world, like half of it, is in Persia's hand, and Persia just has incredible diplomatic abilities with its economy, because it just pretty much can threaten someone. I'm not going to give you oil if you don't help me kill this guy. And they have to obey.
That's a good strategy.
Yeah. Then we have Pakistan, which is Umar, and they're mutants. That's all I know.
Is he leaving?
I think he's leaving.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
So then that's going to be first then.
Yep.
And then British India is X31. I'm guessing robots?
I'm guessing yeah, it's a robot.
All right. Cool.
It's a robot.
So completely cybernetic regions? All right.
Yeah.
Which would be pretty self-explanatory considering the fact that India had a very large population and now they're all mutants and only the robots survive. In any case.
Burma is an active.
Yeah. Burma. Burmese Republic. Okay. I'll just do Asia now. Now we're deep into Asia. So, up there, Russian Yakutia, which is led by Anastasia Alexandrova Romano. That is the Russian, basically imperial state, led by a descendant or a possible descendant of the Russian Romanov family.
Or, as we know from Russian Archangel, it might be a clone.
Yeah, it could also just completely be a clone.
Or Ray Romano.
Or just Ray Romano in disguise in Fallout. He's a ranger. Anyways, he's I'm gonna call it the Russian Imperial. I'm just gonna call it the Russian Empire, the legitimate Russian Empire. This Russian Empire has conducted meetings and contact with nations of Eastern Asia. Due to it being on the coastline, it's been able to sway the minds of the Japanese nation, the Chinese Federation, and several other Southeast Asian nations into an Eastern version of the European Union. So we just call it the Asian Union. And it's primarily an economic alliance. It's not really military. However, it's also one of those defensive alliances that try to take control and like defend, classic stuff. So when PvP starts, it's gonna be pretty epic. Yeah. And let's see, the PRC, the People's Republic of China, over here in Manchuria. The PRC is the remnants of the original Chinese nation that have retreated from Beijing. Right?
Franco leads that. Franco, you can talk about, your own country.
Alright, so, like Turk said, we're basically the remnants of the Chinese. And they moved to Manchuria because, as you know, Manchuria is basically just a big old plain. So they put most of the vaults there, right? So, basically, they formed a cult around Mao Zedong. And they're basically having a continuous cultural revolution.
That sounds fun.
All right, that's cool.
Your leader a clone to Mao Zedong.
They all keep cloning people. All right.
The goal is to have their entire population just be clones of Mao.
They haven't been able to clone them.
Yeah.
Korea
Even the women
is actually empty, so if you're interested, you can play as it. However, the player that was originally going to be Korea was essentially the American military remnants left in Asia. So that's going to be its sort of nation. The Chinese Federation. I am the Chinese Federation, and what we are is essentially
fake China.
Yeah, we're big China. We're fake China, but we're big China. In the Sino-American War, the Americans invaded China. So essentially, they caused a Republican regime to just flourish under their military control, and they trained the Chinese in fighting the communists. So basically, we are a democratic version of China. And we came from Taiwan onto the mainland. However, while this was going on and the nukes fell, everything just went to shit. There is now a large amount of desert territory between the small towns that are the cities that make up our imperial cities, democratic cities. I'm going to call it democratic. The Taiwanese government turned to imperialism. We crushed them. The Yunnan Republic over here in Kunming tried to declare independence. We crushed them. The mutants tried to attack from the Central Plains. We have crushed them. And
well, you sort of crushed them. You lost a ton.
We lost a ton of forces. But yeah,
You're
the
probably
mutants.
gonna get absolutely crushed by the communists.
Oh no,
when
no,
they
we've been
start.
focused on engineering, and we have a lot of surprise butt sex coming in for the PRC. The surprise
time, you better
ranged
get
butt
lubed up.
sex.
Franco, give him a bigger dick.
We're gonna butt sex you from far away. Yeah. Anyways,
Okay.
moving down to Southeast Asia. Basically, from what I can tell, Southeast Asia, Siam, I'm gonna call it Cochin China, and Burma are single
Inactive.
party states, right?
Inactive.
Yeah, inactive. Essentially inactive.
Elected?
I think inactive. I haven't
Yeah,
seen
they're
them being
inactive.
very active.
They're inactive.
Alright, they're inactive. What about Malaysia? Can anybody tell me about Malaysia?
It's Rick Wong.
Okay, it's rigged, so...
It's basically
Malaysia.
pre-war Malaysia, but post-war.
Yeah, and Malaysia has territory in freaking Afghanistan for some reason.
Yeah.
That's because he's complimenting the admin strike against Pakistan. Because that's it. I want to. As soon as we're done with the nations, I want to talk about the actual mechanics we have in set for colonization.
Mhm.
Now, nothing interesting happens in the Philippines. There's 2 players there. None of them are doing anything interesting or of importance ever, and they will never do. So we'll just forget they exist.
Australia is also its little independent state. And that's pretty much
Now
it.
we move. Now, Turk, we got to talk about the actuality of the mechanics.
Yeah, let's get into the mechanics.
So mechanics-wise, you're still bound to the RP rules of don't use gold mark, don't attack a player personally, don't take and don't make personal threats against another player. If another player threatens you in character, don't get pissed at them.
Basically, don't be a dick.
Don't be a dick. I mean, be a dick in character. Be a glorious dick, but don't be just angry dick. That doesn't get you anywhere. So, aside from the basic rules, we also have some specific rules. Like we said, South America is completely vacant. Africa is completely vacant. And everything south of Indonesia is completely vacant. Why is that? Well, because it's decolonized. There's these countries, most of them were too poor, and this is reality. They were too poor to have enough vaults for their entire people. And they're completely open landscapes.
So essentially,
Up for the
all
grabbing.
of them died of radiation poisoning.
Yeah.
But
And-
it seems to be so much time up there. No,
And as time passes by, the radiation levels will drop and people will be able to come and colonize. Like South America will be colonizable on day 14. Africa, I think it's colonizable on day 20th, and I don't remember when Oceania is colonizable. But that's the gist. Furthermore, what limits everyone from going out of their way and land grabbing absolutely everything is a mandatory province limit. As states grow and develop and rebuild, you'll be able to integrate more provinces. The province limit is raised by 3 or 5 provinces every week. So right now, we can hold on to, I think, 18 or 20 provinces.
15.
15.
No, 15, yeah.
Or
And it'll be
15.
raised to 20 when people can colonize South America. Now, I think this is brilliantly set up because everyone who can colonize is bordering other people who can colonize. And when you go to colonize, you're putting yourself at extreme risks. And since player versus player will be enabled, colonization turns into a gamble. You don't know if your colonies are going to make it, if another country's just going to swoop by and seize them from you once you've killed all the mutant natives and destroyed the local infrastructure.
Yeah.
So there's a lot more at stake than just walking on and claiming a province, and that's a wonderful mechanic because you don't necessarily have to have an admin look at every single nook and detail because players automatically resolve the issue. If a player wants to land grab and become the mightiest nation, it will obviously get picked apart by its neighbors while it's busy colonizing. And I think this is very well set up, and I wanted to applaud the game admin.
Yeah, Sam.
No, not you. The one that actually designed. I know you're the official game admin, but the one who actually made the Fallout RP is
War City Driver.
War City Driver. Because this was it's a very easy and simple system, and it just works wonders.
This is very efficient. It's wonderful. Also, I think Coach in China is here. Yeah, Jake is here. So Jake, talk about your country.
Not right now.
Oh,
But thank you for asking.
thanks for forgetting about me.
John, shush. We're like mid-video, that's why.
Basically,
Shoot me.
Copenhagen is it's under the same totalitarian regime, and it's going under like there's a lot of autonomous regions that are now eager for representation in the country. That's basically what I've been talking about with my country.
Alright. So is there anything else we need to talk about, guys?
Yes.
Alright,
Well,
John.
the Philippines deserve their 5 seconds of actual consideration.
Alright, fine. You have 5 seconds.
Okay, fuck you too. Alright, I'm about
Time's
to
up.
get killed by
Okay,
Syria.
thumbs up.
Yep.
I'm kidding. Continue, John.
What Republic of
talk
Dave
to
got
us
more
about the
coverage?
Philippines.
Alright, shut up, Turk. 3 countries are about to kill me.
Oh wow,
You deserve
Yeah,
that.
I'm looking for
wait.
friends right now.
shitty things going on with
Your friend.
I'm looking for friends everywhere,
I am
and they're all helping them. Please help me.
Dave's pretty busy. with
So
that.
basically he's please help me, Obi-Wan. You are my only
Please, Turk, please help me.
Wait, what do you need? Alright, I'll help out. I
So
don't
what country is
I'm literally gonna get killed off by 3 countries.
Oh, this is gonna be fun to watch.
Well, I'm afraid all 3 of my soldiers are busy.
I have no soldiers. Freaking Franco will kill me off. But I'll send
Oh,
you stuff.
please.
I will send you stuff.
God
Don't worry.
damn.
I'm sure I will send you stuff.
Alright. Japan, Malaysia, Malaysia, and Kev are all gonna kill me. Shut up, Turk.
Well, that's because you again, like in other role plays, you're not looking at the diplomatic situation.
Why are
You're not
you so
talking
bad
to
at
China.
Yeah,
dealing
players
with
who
them?
don't
want-
look at the diplomatic
You
situation.
want friends, but I have never heard from you. I haven't read a single article from you.
Oh, did you also see how much Rick lost in Indonesia?
How much did he lose? I'm curious.
What?
That's Indonesia. The thing right under him.
I think he got wrecked. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
he lost
well,
40,000 troops.
The AI is wrecking everyone in
who's
this
this
game.
AI? Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Actually, I haven't got hit by any AI.
Yeah, AI was
Any of my
difficult
games.
with me. They hurt.
Yeah,
was that
because you're
the
terrible at
AI
the
on or
military.
something?
I'm not that bad at the military part. I did rather
Oh,
well.
please, yes you are.
I
You're
didn't
relying on the
They've
Russian
taken,
tactic.
it's not like the Xinjiang situation. They've taken 1-to-1 casualties. That's okay. I mean, he is attacking a player-sized nation. He's going to be extremely weak, and you should attack him the moment he's done. You should like land in Kudat as soon as day 15
Turk.
comes.
Turk,
Yeah?
I'm just gonna say this now. If you don't help me, I'm gonna kill you. Okay?
Oh,
That's
oh,
not
he's
how you
making
make
a
friends.
threat now.
That's adorable.
Not how you
You
make
know what? I'm
friends.
thinking,
You
Luz-
don't make
Threaten
allies like
the
that.
city of Luzon looks
Turk,
really
you got it?
Chinese to me right now.
I'm gonna kill you if you don't help me.
Guys, does Luzon look Chinese controlled to you or Filipino
Yeah,
controlled? Just
Looks
tell
a
me.
bit Chinese.
It looks like it could use a few more Chinese people in there.
I think the entire of the northern Philippines look Chinese right now.
I might just, you know.
You can see the chinkiness from here.
Yeah, alright, so We're at 43 minutes now, so let's just wrap this up.
Yeah.
Wait, I
That's,
only got to
Hey,
say it.
Kaiser.
All right,
I only
guys.
Oh, Killer didn't talk about his
All
country.
All
Killer,
right,
what
Killer
country-
can talk about his country, and then we can just do our bye-byes.
We are preparing to wreck what's left of Mexico after taking most of it on and having.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's Caesar's Legion. He's
All right,
Caesar's
also-
Legion.
Caesar's.
Excellent.
Yes.
Caesar can go.
Caesar's Legion. Ave Kaiser.
Tur-
Yeah.
Kaiser, bro.
Turkey.
Yeah.
You attacked Mexico. What happened?
What?
We killed about 90,000 troops, lost about 60,000 ourselves. Well, no, it's like 20,000, 11,200 legionaries.
That was not Xinjiang. That was well done. Well done.
Yeah.
All right.
Again,
I'll wait to take
props,
the.
props to Xinjiang. You should Turk. You should make this video in honor of Xinjiang.
Yep.
The AI.
Yes.
This video is in honor of this
destroyed
AI. Woo.
Yeah.
Don't forget,
Alright.
Turk. If you don't tell me, I'm gonna kill you.
Okay. That's
Got
still
that?
adorable.
All right.
The northern
Got it.
Philippines definitely looks changed.
Good boy.
Yeah.
I'll march
Alright,
right
goodbye.
into your camp.
A few cities
All
look
right.
super Chinese now. All right, I'm about to take you over too, John. All right, war it is.
Yeah.
Anyways, tell us more about Mexico, or is that it?
Well, we're gonna take what's left of it tomorrow. Tomorrow, one more time. And we need to make it Legion. We'll kill everyone, enslave the rest,
The
and
Legion.
destroy half the population.
Yeah, Caesar's Legion will prevail.
Yeah,
That
the
sounds
coast will
very
have so many crosses on. The crosses will line the coast.
All right. So, yeah, that was the Fallout roleplay, guys. That's the first video for the Fallout roleplay. Unfortunately, the other one couldn't work, like because of Windows 10 and encoding for fraps. It's just shit. So yeah.
Screw you,
Let
Bill
me
Gates.
just recap. We got the United States of Central America that's open up. We have Austria-Hungary that's available in Europe. We have Greece is also available in Europe. Soviet Russia is available in Europe. Saudi Arabia is available in Middle Asia. Turkestan is available in Middle Asia. If you want to join a Xinjiang, I will build a monument for you, but probably shouldn't do it.
I would try it anyways.
Yep.
YOLO.
I would just, if you join a Xinjiang, I would give you units so that you can come back and reconquer everything and just annex Kazakhstan and Russian Siberia, because Xinjiang deserves that.
Korea is
also
also free,
Siam.
and Australian nations. Just
No,
anything.
there are the Australian thing. It was an exception. We can have an Australian nation, but it's not recommended. It's because it's supposed to be the colonial territory that the Asian nations can grab.
All right,
Like
cool.
Can you
China,
help
if
me?
you want to colonize the Oceania, you can
Nah,
still.
I just
you
want
can do
my
it.
historic borders. I'm just gonna kill everybody in my way.
Turk, I'm gonna kill you. Try. I can march in your capital once we are able to.
You
So
can't
don't
land
fuck.
on
Once we
try,
are
please,
able
I dare you. Try to land on my territory. Just try to
Okay.
land on the Chinese mainland. I dare you.
You do know that I already have a ship, right?
Yeah, I know. I see it. I'm about to crush it.
Oh, really, bro? Oh, really?
Yeah, really. Anyways,
Mhm.
you jelly bro? In
How
any
not
do
case,
even
you have a
close.
ship? How do you have a ship? How did you build a ship? We just got factories.
Shh! Shut up! I'm doing propaganda.
he
Piece
doesn't
of
have
shit.
any ships.
He has
only got-
shit.
If
That's
he
what he
does,
has.
he only has
Yeah.
scout units. I'm not afraid of scout
God.
units.
He's just
Damn
glued people together and painted it grey.
Oh, I know why. I'm Turk. I know why you couldn't kill the other Chinese mutants. They had warrior pandas.
They had those warrior pandas were sick. Like
You should
did
adopt them.
Did you see it
That
in the
should
Battle
be-
of Zinning? Like they can? Oh my god, they crushed our forces. We tried. We did what we could.
Your armored vehicle, your armored car, should be armored mutant panda.
Our freaking crap, what were they called? T-43s? T-48s?
Yeah,
Turk, come on.
Those armored, like the power armor couldn't even work. But yeah.
That's because you don't know how to use it. Get on the level, bro.
the instructions are in English. We do not understand.
We do not understand your language. You can't believe. All right, there was also an article.
I think you just lost every single one of your Chinese subscribers.
I don't think I have any. Do I have any Chinese subscribers? I have no Chinese subs. Anyways,
That was me saying that. They can get angry at me. You can point the finger
I had the funniest Chinese, whatever. In any case, that was the Fallout RP, ladies and gentlemen. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and we'll be making more videos soon. Peace.